How's it going, everyone? I am Jinsula, and welcome to another Pokemon Go video. Alright, so Niantic is going absolutely wild right now with their in-game events. We're currently in the middle of the Lunar New Year Event, which has been pretty good. But the next event is going to feature a new Shadow Pokemon that is going to make PvP battles just absolutely insane. They are also going to be debuting a new Shiny that could potentially be one of the rarest Shinies in the game. I'm going to be talking about all of this in today's video, so let's roll the intro and get right into it. Alright, let's talk about this next event. So, the follow-up to the Lunar New Year event is going to be an electric-type Pokemon themed event. On the surface, this would seem like a generic event without anything special going on. However, Niantic is continuing their streak of great content by introducing some extremely pleasant surprises. We got new Shinies, a new Shiny Legendary, and a new Shadow Legendary Pokemon, which is going to be insanely good for the Go Battle League. In order to fully understand this, let's read through the announcement. Trainers, things are about to get electric with the Crackling Voltage event. Electric-type Pokemon will appear more frequently in the wild, and trainers can look forward to the legendary Pokemon Tapu Koko, a guardian deity of the Alola region, returning in 5-star raids. Also, for the first time in Pokemon Go, you'll be able to encounter Shiny Helioptile and Shiny Tapu Koko if you're lucky. We have also received reports that Team Go Rocket might try to spark some trouble with new Shadow Pokemon soon. Stay alert, trainers! The event is going to go from Friday, January 27th at 10 o'clock a.m. local time until Sunday, February 5th at 11:59 p.m. local time. The wild encounters during this event will consist of Ekans, Magnemite, Grimer, Electrite, Stunky, Blitzel, Ferroseed, Helioptile, Grubbin, Beldum, and Dedenne. Something noteworthy here, this event is going to be the debut of Shiny Helioptile. This is pretty big because this Pokemon is actually quite rare. The only time you ever see Helioptile in the wild is whenever there is an event that features electric types. Thus, you should definitely prioritize finding this Shiny while it is spawning in droves. Next up, let's go over what will be spawning in raids. The following Pokemon will be appearing in raids. Also, for the first time in Pokemon Go, you'll be able to encounter Shiny Tapu Koko if you're lucky. Helioptile in these raids will have a greater chance of being a shiny Pokemon than Helioptile found in the wild. In 1-star raids, you'll come across Alolan Grimer, Shinx, Bronzor, Klink, or Helioptile. In 3-star raids, you may come across Venomoth, Galarian Weezing, Jolteon, or Mawile. And in 5-star raids, we will be getting Tapu Koko during the first half of the event, then Registeel in the latter half. Overall, this rotation of raid bosses is pretty hype. A bunch of the 1-star raid bosses haven't been in raids in a while, and we cannot ignore the fact that the shiny rate is going to be boosted for Helioptile from raids. That's something you should consider, raiding as much as possible during this event. There may not be another opportunity to pick up shiny Helioptile at a boosted rate. We also need to talk about these 5-star raids. Tapu Koko is a very decent electric and fairy type, and the fact that its shiny is debuting is really exciting. Shiny Tapu Koko is also really cool looking in my opinion. That's definitely going to be a high value shiny, even though Tapu Koko may not be considered meta. We also need to celebrate the return of Registeel. This is a Pokemon that is extremely valuable in the Go Battle League. It is the top ranked Pokemon in both the Great League and Ultra League, so stocking up on a bunch of these while it is out is going to be essential. So yeah, make sure you raid these bosses as much as possible while they are out. You don't want to miss this opportunity for new shinies and PvP meta Pokemon. Okay, next, let's move on to what is going to be hatching from 7-kilometer eggs. During the event, any 7-kilometer egg that you collect may hatch Alolan Sandshrew, Skarmory, Blitzel, Stunfisk, Galarian Stunfisk, Helioptile, and Dedenne. Just like with raids, any Helioptile that you get from egg hatching will have a boosted shiny rate. Keep that in mind if you are going for this new shiny Pokemon. Finally, let's go over what will be the encounters from event-specific field research tasks. You have a chance to encounter Voltorb, Hisuian Voltorb, Plusle, Minoon, Emolga, and Helioptile. Keep in mind that Helioptile encounters from field research tasks will not have a boosted shiny rate. Overall, I am super excited about all of this. The fact that they are giving us boosted rates for the new shiny Helioptile is a huge plus. We kind of saw them do that with the Lunar New Year event with Shiny Darumaka, but they have been so rare in the wild, the boosted rate wasn't really felt by the community. However, having them in raids and eggs is a little bit less RNG. You can coordinate with your friends on locating Helioptile raids and increase your chance at getting this shiny that way. I also like that a new shiny legendary is debuting. Anytime that happens, regardless if the legendary is relevant or not, it generates a lot of hype within the Pokemon Go community, so I'm very ecstatic about that. Now, all of this is great, but it's actually not the highlight of the event. During the second half of the event duration, we are going to be getting a Team Go Rocket takeover, and this time around is going to be crazy. Let's first talk about the new Shadow Legendary. Believe it or not, it is going to be Registeel. I don't even have to tell you how insane this is. Shadow Registeel could very well be one of the most game-breaking Go Battle League Pokemon that we will have. The fact that you won't have to worry about raid minimum IVs, you could potentially get yourself the absolute best Great League or Ultra League Pokemon almost immediately. If you didn't spend all of your Super Rocket Radars for Shadow Mewtwo, then you should definitely use them for this particular Shadow Legendary, unless you simply don't care about battling. I'm seriously stoked, I don't think you understand. I didn't think we would ever get Shadow Registeel anytime soon, but to get it so much earlier than expected like this, got to give credit to Niantic. They are absolutely crushing it so far this year. We are also going to be getting new Shadow Pokemon from Team Go Rocket Grunts, and holy cow, they are going to be insane for the Go Battle League. You may now come across Shadow Alolan Vulpix, Shadow Spoink, Shadow Blitzel, and Shadow Joltik from Grunt Battles. The two obvious standouts are Alolan Vulpix and Joltik. I'm wondering what kind of impact both Shadow Alolan Ninetales and Shadow Galvantula are going to have on the Go Battle League. The landscape of Pokemon Go's PvP scene is going to get massively shaken up by this. Of course, the last thing I'll mention for this event, and it's probably the most important thing, is that you will be able to remove frustration from your Shadow Pokemon with regular Charge TMs and Elite Charge TMs until the event ends. If you're sitting on some powerful Shadow Pokemon, don't forget to remove frustration off of them so that you can actually use them. Anyways, that's going to be it for this video. Overall, the next event is going to be amazing, and I would love to know your thoughts. Are you looking forward to anything in particular? Let me know in the comments, and let's have a great discussion. And if you ended up enjoying this video, be sure to hit that like button and subscribe if it's your first time here, and don't forget that little bell so you can stay up to date on whenever I upload videos. And I want to give a quick shout out to my patrons on Patreon. You make this channel content possible. If you want to support my channel in any way, big or small, then be sure to check out the links in the description below. For all my patrons, they get a permanent spot on my in-game friends list. So if you want to interact with me in some way, like with remote raids, then do consider becoming a patron on my Patreon. But yeah, that's going to be it. I am Count Jinsula. Be safe, have fun, love yourself, and I'll catch you all later.